G'day guys, Rob here and welcome back to Rob's Model Cars. Now before we get into today's brand new model review, just want to give a special thanks to the provider of this model and also today's video sponsor, and that is Prestige Model Cars. Now if you don't know who Prestige Model Cars are, they are a relatively new retailer of high-end resin and die-cast models from such big brands as BBR, MR Collection, Fronti-art and also CMC, just to name a few. Now what I'll do, I'll leave some links in the video description to his website where you can check out his amazing range of high-end models for sale, and also I'll link his Instagram into the video description as well, so you can keep up to date with all his new arrivals and any future promotional discounts that he does offer. So definitely go and check out Prestige Model Cars. They're based here in Australia, in Melbourne, Victoria, and go and support one of my fellow enthusiasts. Okay, let's get into today's model review. Now what we're having a look at today, obviously by the video title, is the brand new Fronti-art Koenigsegg AGERA, and this one is the NARAYA, which is the blue carbon with the gold accents. Now, when the Koenigsegg's first started showing up on social media many years ago, there was definitely two Koenigsegg AGERAs that seemed to be all over social media, and that was the NARAYA, which is this one, and also the AGERA ML, which is the yellow one. So this one's always had a soft spot in my heart. I did actually get the first release of the NARAYA in blue carbon, but that was back when Fronti-art were actually doing the hydro dipping for the carbon pattern, and when I received mine it was super wavy all over the model, and I actually sent it back and returned it before I even did a review of it. This one is the re-release of the NARAYA. Now this has the center matched carbon throughout the body. It's actually really good. There's hardly any waviness in this one compared to the first one, but it is one of those Koenigseggs that I wanted for the collection. So all these Fronti-art models come in this sort of carbon fiber textured box, as you can see. They do have a plexiglass display case as standard, and that protects the model. So this is the Koenigsegg AGERA NARAYA, if that's how you pronounce it, the blue, dark blue carbon with the gold accents. Now I have actually posted this on Instagram, and I did actually note that I think the color of the interior is actually off on this model. A lot of other people said that they think the carbon fiber blue color is way off as well. I'm going to show you this today under my super bright lights, so it is going to appear a lot lighter than it really is. When this car is looked at in daylight, it is a very dark blue carbon, but I'll leave it up to you guys to think whether that is the right color or not. But definitely the first thing I noticed was the interior color. It's more of a powdery blue than a real blue. So a little bit of an error that I can see straight away, but overall it's a really good looking model and it's got some nice detail on it. But what we'll do, as always, we'll put it on the turntable and we'll delve into the details and take a closer look at this brand new Fronti-art Koenigsegg AGERA NARAYA. Okay, so this is the brand new Fronti-art Koenigsegg AGERA NARAYA. Now, as I said, I've got my super bright LEDs directly facing this model right now, so it is going to look a lot brighter blue than it actually is. As I mentioned, it is actually a very dark blue carbon fiber. If it was any darker, it might actually be pretty hard to see the carbon weave in it, but just wait for the next video, which will be a closer look video where it'll be in neutral light and you can see the color for yourself. But as I said, overall, despite those little discrepancies in color, it is actually a beautifully made model, and it's up to the usual high standards from Fronti-art Model Company. Now this re-release comes on a real carbon fiber base, as you can see here. It does have the name plaque on the front, Koenigsegg AGERA, and you can see it's limited to 198, and this one is number 145. Now, the good thing I've mentioned before with Fronti-art models is they have this removable panel on the bottom of the base where you can access the screws and remove the model. So as I said, usual very high standards from Fronti-art, and I have to say that the blue carbon, which is center matched on this model with all the gold highlights, the black carbon fiber wheels, really does look special in my mind, and I do really like this model despite the couple of inaccuracies. So the carbon work is center matched, as I said, right through the model, through the roof and right through the back. It is super glossy, no flaws, and the striping is actually under the clear coat as well. So really impressive job on the carbon fiber. It looks awesome. Now let's start talking about the details on this model. We'll start with the front splitter. So the front splitter is in black carbon fiber all the way through. It's super glossy, and you do have the gold, metallic gold details on the upturned sides. You've got your little carbon fiber canards here. This also has a little gold trim on the outside. The center fin here is also in black carbon fiber, and of course you do have real open mesh in all these openings as it is a high-end resin model. Now it does have a beautiful little gold Koenigsegg emblem on the nose of the model, which looks fantastic, and that's flanked by these gold stripes which tend to run up through the rest of the body. You do have a little black carbon fiber cover here with gold Koenigsegg on it. It is painted gold inside these little air scoops on the side, and you do have mesh in there, and you can also see the cooling fans in there as well. So some really good detail on the front of this model. And that goes for the headlights as well. Super clear plastics are used for the headlight lenses. These are all black carbon fiber inside as well, inside the housing, and you can see little holes for the daylight running lights, and nice job on the headlight lenses in there also. Now on the top of the fenders, we've got all of these louvers here. Now these are in black carbon fiber as well, which look pretty awesome. And again, super clear plastics are used for the front windows, side windows, and the roof windows as well, which gives you a great look into the interior. It is super clear, as I said, distortion free, and I'm pretty happy with that. The windscreen wiper is just in plastic, but it doesn't detract from the overall detail of the unit. It looks quite good. If we move around to the side of the model here, we've got the gold line which runs all the way through the body, and again we've got a nice little Koenigsegg emblem there also. The side mirrors are all in full gloss black carbon fiber, and they do have a tiny little gold line which runs around the edge of the mirror also, just like the real car. Side sill extension here is in black carbon fiber with the gold upturned end, as well as the lower gold body stripe which runs through into the air intake, which looks really good. Of course, you've got the gold NARAYA name on that side piece, and you can see the mesh in the side air intakes as well with the radiators in behind. So really good detail down the side of the model as well. And if we come around to the back, we've got more carbon fiber here. We've got some black carbon fiber through this center stripe with some gold detailing all the way around. And again, we've got mesh in the back of the model, and it is wearing the NARAYA number plate. Now underneath that, we've got more blue carbon, and then we've got the black carbon diffuser underneath that. Obviously, you can see the big gold exhaust outlet that has Koenigsegg written in the top of it, which is nice and crisp. And you can also see the orange brake hose, cooling hoses in there as well, hopefully. Now if we flip over the top of the model here, you can actually see the rear carbon louvers here. These are in full gloss black carbon fiber, as is the whole rear wing, which is in the black carbon fiber as well. Has the gold RS signature on the side, and also a little fine gold pinstripe on there as well. Now there is some more gold detailing on the roof. There's a stripe that runs around the center window down into the air scoop for the engine. And of course we've got the little ghost symbol on the engine cover, but we'll have a look at that a little bit later. So overall, the exterior carbon fiber work on this model is flawless, even if you may think it's the wrong shade of blue. It is actually really superbly done, and no flaws on this particular model at all, but it sets off beautifully with all this gold striping, as you can see around the body on the blue carbon, so you can't go wrong with that combination. Now let's talk about the wheels and tyres on this model, because again they've done another great job on this. We've got the hollow air core carbon fibre rims on this particular model. We've got the gold centre lock nuts in the middle. We've got a gold pinstripe around the edge of the rim. You can see the tyres on here actually do have tyre lettering and sizes cast into the rubber tyre, which looks awesome. That goes the same for the rear tyres and wheels as well. And they've done a great job, as always, on the brake rotors and the brake calipers. So we've got the carbon ceramic look brake rotors in there, and we've got the dark blue calipers in there with the gold Koenigsegg on there. So this particular spec definitely has the full blue and gold theme going throughout the whole car, even down to the brake calipers. So I have to say, really happy with how this model looks. As I said, I don't think the blue is too far off, but I will never see the real car in the flesh as I'm down in Australia, and I don't think he's going to be bringing his car to Australia. So overall, really good execution there. Now it is a sealed resin model, so there are no opening parts, and that goes, there's no engine detail as well. You can see through the window here, you can see a little bit of the suspension, the triplex suspension system in the back of this model. But there's not too much else other than the big air boxes that you can see in full carbon fibre. But nonetheless, the detail is there, what you can see, and I have no complaints with that. Now, the rest of the detail comes down to the interior, and this is something that I saw straight away. I was looking at pictures of the real NARAYA before this model arrived, and I noticed that it had more of a, not really a French blue, more of a marine blue coloured interior, whereas the interior colour on this is sort of like a bit of a powder blue. So definitely I think the colour is wrong on the interior of this model. Not sure whether I'll open this model up and try and repaint it or just leave it as it is, but still it is a nice contrast with the exterior colour. So let's talk about the dashboard first. As you can see, it does have some carbon fibre through the centre, and we do have some more gold detailing through the interior as well. Nice carbon detail on the air conditioning vents in there, and there's some more carbon fibre throughout the model as well. One thing that is correct is the NARAYA is right-hand drive, and so is this model. The majority of my AGERA models are all left-hand drive, but this one is right-hand drive, which is a correct status. Now, if we have a look inside, great job on the seats with all the quilting pattern in there. There's some great interior detail in the center console. Not sure whether you'll see that in this video or the next A Closer Look video, but there's good detail there, as is all the door trim details as well. So there's nice details in the center console. The floors, we've got some yellow quilted pattern on the floor. And we've got some seat belts in there as well. So overall, really nice job on the interior of this model, even if it is the wrong shade of blue. But overall, I'd have to say that other than the interior colour being slightly off, this is far less wavy, the carbon fibre pattern on this model, compared to their first release, which was really curvy in the corners and through the air scoops. It is a better example, but it still is not perfect. And yeah, with the interior colour being wrong, if I was going to give this one a Rob score out of 10, I'm only going to give it a 7.5, to be honest. If the interior colour was right, it would definitely rank a lot higher, because I do love the car. So I did sell a couple of my other Koenigsegg models, so I got another couple to replace them. So, but I hope that gives you a little bit of an idea. As I said, this is going to look a lot brighter blue, the carbon fibre under these lights that I've got here, compared to how it looks in real life. But the next video, A Closer Look, is under my 5000K photographic lights, so that will be as accurate as it's going to be what you see with your naked eye. So stay tuned, that video will be out straight after this one, so you can see the colour variation for yourself. But anyway, that's going to wrap up today's video review of this Koenigsegg AGERA NARAYA made by Fronti-art models. If you're new to the channel, why not subscribe? Don't forget to smash that like button, really helps the channel grow. And you can follow me on social media as well. All the links are on the home page of this YouTube channel to my social media. So just click those links and it will take you straight there. But that's going to wrap up this video review for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned, plenty more model reviews on the way. But until next time, thanks for watching Rob's Model Cars.